It's yellow because it indicates that it has a breakable outer shell. They said this is a thing that'll happen sometimes. I like being a cube. I think that could come in handy. Can it be a triangle? Let's talk.
Inside the cave, the Trebhum found a living elder. It had been waiting in this chamber for a long, long time. The elder told them it was happy to see some friends before the cylinder came. It said, "You are young, so you never knew the time when our people could shapeshift at will. We Trebhum are inheritors of a vast tree of abilities. Abilities passed on to all future Trebhum. But this power is being taken away. Beware the servants of the cylinder. They will seek to hurt you at every opportunity, and they have the power to rob you of your abilities. But if you persevere, one day you will find a way
a car
to
with a
protect
spine
yourselves from their evil light. Farewell."
I'll turn it up. Yeah, sorry.
Well, my brave friends, I fear I am too old and tired to join you. May you find a way to prosper in this time of struggles.
I hope that's better. Sorry, I didn't realize it was too quiet. I would have adjusted earlier. If it's ever too quiet or the volume's off, just let me know. I'll sort it out. That's what happens when you leave a teenager alone with a car. I saw that, yeah, that guy that got like under his car, and then his dad sat in the car with him, and he's like, "Dad, I love this car." And Dad's like, "Yeah, I know. I mean, I love my car too." And he's like, "No, you don't understand. I want to merge with this car."
It was not easy.
It's a whole different world.
Cave, but the elder had urged them to go forward. Suddenly, they felt the weight of their many tasks.
Goiji?
To find their Trebhum siblings.
Dude, it's
Restore
Goiji!
the powers their people had lost.
We found
And it all
Goiji!
seemed
He finally got out of the
a little
mansion.
daunting. But even when they are afraid, Trebhum are stubborn.
I hope, like in Kirby, I can turn into a giant wheel and just spin to win. Aquatic intake reminder. I think I just drank like a moment ago, didn't I? I just reached for it without even thinking. All right. So we've passed the first tutorial section, I suppose. This game seems great. I have no idea what we're in store for next. It shows full water right there on the screen. Yeah, I need my own water meter. Uh-oh, what's this? Does this guy interact with that? No, he's coming after our people. I can't really, like, defend them very much. Hopefully they just roll away. Okay. So it looks like our next goal is across this lake. Sorry, I've been playing so fast and loose with the, like, progression here. I'm just enjoying taking it all in. I know some of you probably are more focused on, like, getting to the next thing and might be frustrating. We probably want to suck this guy up. I almost said a different word. Can we suck this guy up? No, you're not the right one. We don't get any swimming powers from you. What about this goldfish? Here, eat a goldfish. Nope, that's spit him out. Well, you guys can have that, yeah. Okay, we're morphing. We're mutating. Whoa, what did I get? I got flippers. Webs between my toes. Can swim more quickly and jump out of water. Now we're talking. Oh, we're not talking, actually. Apparently that was a death zone. This water looks so pretty, though. It's giving me flashbacks to, like, when I first saw the Mario Sunshine water and was like, wow, that's so good looking. And it's not necessarily that it looks like next level, like, new tech kind of amazing, but it just is juicy looking. Like, they really got the colors perfect. It almost looks like it's got blueberry flavoring in it. It's so blue. Or it's like that, you know those desk toys from the 80s? They're like colored oil. I mean, it's not necessarily what you want your water to be, but... so why couldn't I progress there? Yeah, it's a little jello-y. I could see that. So I have storage body again. I don't know if that'll impede my ability to swim. I hope it doesn't. Oh, because this is backward. That's where the cylinder is now, and that's the pillar that I was at before. So I just completely misread that. I came out, and I saw this force field, and I thought, if there's a force field, obviously I can't go there. But I think maybe we have to do something about that. Awakening the cylinder. Exiting the blue energy dome that radiates from the tower you activated will awaken the eternal cylinder. Warning, not all towers have the same radius of protection. Some may be weaker. I see. So it's not that it's actually a wall. It's just, it's a radius. You're giving me the benefit of the doubt of knowing when I'm about to wake the cylinder. There's something very sad about that, isn't there? My actions are literally going to cause the deaths of everything in this area.
The cylinder resumed its
including our friend that we just met.
Nothing could stop it forever. They needed to roll to safety to find another tower
rolling,
to
right.
protect them quickly.
It's like a trolley car problem to this, isn't there? If I just never left that circle, everyone there could have stayed alive. But I had to go because of my selfish greed and need to explore. It's the Battle Royale circle. I think this game may have actually been in development since, like, before Battle Royales became a thing. Or around there, anyway. Not that I think you're saying that they are somehow related. Well, this is, I think, quite important to know. Oh, it just crushed that mouth head. I didn't understand the structure of the game and how the cylinder factored in. Like, I knew it was always there, but I didn't know that I had control over it in a way.
They had been in the beginning.
Or at least I do sometimes.
The voice and their memories comforted them. It was only natural to be confused, it said. They had been born into a strange, broken world.
This frickin' sky is beautiful.
Everyone was a little lost these days.
Yeah,
what mattered
feel
was
that.
To keep going, to keep looking for answers.
Good message.
To keep carrying the light they held within them.
Whoa.
The light that stopped the cylinder.
This art direction is freaking 10 out of 10. I'm losing my mind looking at this game. It's like, why is this pyramid floating over a pile of mist? I don't know, but I love it. Enter the Trebhum Shrine, please. What?
In this strange, eerie temple, the Trebham felt something stir in their memories.
Did we do this somehow?
There was a great power in this place. Something from the days when even the elders were young. Perhaps it could help them.
Is that a rib cage? Oh no. Oh no, I just realized what I'm looking at. Oh no, that's horrifying. Okay, this game's even better now. Wow, so they're actually taking on that angle then. They're doing like body horror in the midst of this craziness. Yes, it's a leg fractal. As your leg goes down from here, then it'll split again and split again and split again. I was so worked up looking for the head, and then I was confused because I was like, wait, the head looks like where the heart is, but the heart wouldn't show up on an X-ray, if that's what indeed we're looking at, seems to be. But then I realized, no, that is actually the skull sunk down like in a comedic fashion, like someone bashed it in like a Serious Sam enemy. And then I realized the hip is connected to a femur that turns into a spine. What the heck? That actually only heightens my interest in this, because there's crazy human stuff even involved. Okay, what are these symbols? Look like butterflies or like potion jars. Then we got this. We're supposed to suck that? Okay, we sucked that. Now let's eat it. Oh, I got hair. Entomorphilous skin. Causes the Trebham skin to grow a patch of grass-like hair which attracts sackflies. Okay. We've attracted the sackflies. Oh, we've got to get the whole swarm of them to come over here, and then it'll activate this thing in the center. I getcha. Do I have to, like, radiate pheromones at them somehow? Oh yeah, it's just kind of grabbing their attention. When their eyes turn red, or sorry, when they turn green, that means they're following. When they're red, they're idle. Oh no! Well, now how will we have enough? Must respawn. Okay. Guess I don't have to worry about it. I hope there's blacklight glowing caves with this happening on the walls, and giant crystals. Giant quartz crystals that you can walk on, like in Lemmings. That was my favorite thing in Lemmings for a while. Bashing through the giant quartz crystals in, like, what was it, like level 3 or something. Music's a bit Mass Effect-y. I like it, whatever it is. I guess I can kind of go for that, yeah. It's a little space opera-y. Objectives. Could not retrieve any helpful information from the Trebham memory cluster. Perhaps it could help them. There was a great power in this place, something from the days when even the elders were young. In this strange eerie temple, the Trebham felt something stir in their memories. To keep carrying the light they held within them, the light that stopped the cylinder. What mattered was to keep going, to keep looking for answers. Everyone was a little lost these days, right? This is what we read as we got in. They've been born in a strange, broken world, cut off from their history, their ancestors, the voice of their memories comforted them. It was only natural to be confused, it said. Yeah.
The Trebham were disoriented for a moment. Something new had entered their memories, and they needed to make sense of it. It seemed to be a map. And on this map, a location had been marked. If they understood correctly, there was some manner of serpent, a guardian, a greater being of some kind, somehow linked to a safe haven. Could they find refuge there? Their ancestors must have created this map for a reason.
I feel like I'm in morphing ball mode right now. Yeah, I thought I could do that. The jumping is a little bit airy. It feels like a bit disconnected from the character, and you know, some of the physics collisions, they feel a little bit like momentum-based and delayed. It's not exactly perfect, but it's also not really a hindrance in any way. I was just thinking, like, how perfect would this be if it had, like, a Metroid Prime angle where you're, like, a space bounty hunter trying to scan the life here. It's just, like, a different angle on the same concept. They're obviously focusing on these critters that seem to be... They're a little goofy, a little cartoonish.
What manner of strange beast lurked behind?
But it works better to juxtapose the absolute horror of what's going on over there.
This new mystery. But though some part of them was curious, they were certain it would be best not to find out.
I'm more curious than scared, to be honest. We're not super far in Neurobot. We've just completed the basic tutorial and gone a little further than that. I've only played maybe 40 minutes of actual game right now, and a little bit of it was just kind of poking around the world. So progression has been scant. Could you just switch to jump legs guy if you want to jump higher? No, I don't have it, like, unlocked. It's just I think I have to morph into it again, so I have to find another one of those crickets. Ah, thank you. Yes, hydration is a good idea. I love how much of it is just so massive. Yeah! Yeah, the scale is fantastic. It does seem like most things want to kill me, though. I also appreciate that rolling is even an option. Because if we always had to walk at this speed, I think that could get a little tiresome. But rolling is, like, just fine. This is totally doable speed. It's kind of like we've got our own mount. We should be able to get a new friend here. I assume, right? That's the incubator, so we should be able to get an egg and put it in there, hopefully. Just jump over the cylinder and live peacefully. I think, yeah, the premise is that this cylinder is meant to destroy the civilization. And I think that's why it gets hot. Because, like, all plant life has to die too, right? And if you just crush plants, a lot of the time they just pop back up again and just keep growing. So in this particular situation, the cylinder seems to want to burn it all to death. Wow, this is so Pikmin right now. Even the scale just shifted right in this particular spot. Oh, it's a flesh mouth, but it's got hair, because it lives in the winter. Yeah, I think they've thought of all the internal consistencies they need to represent with the physics of this thing, this world. It feels heavily considered. Whoa. Oh, you can kind of like get extra airtime if you bounce at just the right moment. What is this tower? It's made out of fruit leather. My first guess with, like, any of these structures I don't understand is, like, this is somehow like a pitcher plant. Anything I go in, I expect will start to digest me. Weirdly, the world has been less aggressive in that way than I thought it would be. Streamers only playing as the main guy and just finding new powers to replace his old ones. Yeah, we're all freezing to death. I probably shouldn't stay here, to be honest. I was just too curious. So you're saying I should be using all of my friends and giving them all different powers, so that way I can rotate in and out what I need at the moment? Yeah, I went really, like, very deep into the winter zone. Hi, Laura. Oh god, the winter zone is so much bigger than I thought. We okay now? Okay. Alright, I do have one that still has the legs. The legs. Yeah, so I can't jump over the cylinder. It's kind of tall. Seems like I have to go into the winter zone. Or I guess I could just run away from the cylinder some more. What's going on over here? There's like stones with images on them? Is that a pyramid? What? Get out of there. What is that? Oh, some kind of crazy thing on top of it. Can I suck it? Oh no, it's trying to stomp me. Whoa! Wow, that's the most Pikmin moment of all. You know that flab frog that just like, he pops out of the water in the pond and just crushes your whole team? That's what happened. It feels like a bit unceremonious when it just cuts to game over that quickly. But also at the same time, I get why that wouldn't be like a big priority to make a bigger deal out of when you all die. Yeah, what's this thing? Maybe this will help us. That's life, isn't it? Yeah, it's just suddenly game over. What's this one? Are you the jumper again? Yeah, you're the jumper. Okay, I think we're meant to just go on. How do I see what that journal says about, yeah, compendium. It's a Karkazoop. Engineered by the Trebum in the ancient days before the coming of the cylinders, considered a sacred expression of a duty of all intelligent creatures to create and guide life, and was also a popular ingredient for making slush. Nowadays, it only grows near Trebum temples. Alright, I guess it's a food. How do I switch over to creatures? It looks like a second tab there, doesn't it? Or do I not have the ability to store that information right now? I wonder why the cylinder only moves when Trebum walk through the field. Like, why are we so special? Well, that's probably what we're trying to figure out, right? Look at this cube with a light inside of it. Floating off in the distance. No matter where you look, there's something cool happening. I'm quite happy they took so long developing the game. Not what I intended to do there. If it has meant such detail in everything, I can also see why it would take that long. Yeah, I said that too, Chimply. Once I made that connection, it started to seem a little more clear. The surrealness of it is pretty intense. Caused that. I missed a tower? Oh, that's not great. I sure did. Does that mean it'll stop there? Or does it crush the tower if I don't step on it? I guess we'll see in a second. Oh, look at that. It even splits the trees and all that. Please stop. Wow, it's really hard to judge scale. It didn't stop. I had to touch it. load. I probably could have gotten away, but I don't know that I want to just leave it like that. Ah, it's right there. What am I doing? I really like how you can hit a corner and get extra air when you jump just right. Feels like there's some very minor movement tech to rolling most efficiently. Looks like you're meant to push one of those spheres into it, but I don't think I can do that. You know, I would say there's perhaps some parallels with Exo 1 as well. If you haven't seen that game, definitely check that out as well. You play as a morphing disc, and essentially you're, you know, skipping and hopping like a stone on a lake. Oh, we're hungry now. Over some very exotic-looking alien worlds. I've also been waiting for that one for a long time. The stomach holds all the food you consume and fills up depending on your nutritional qualities and ingredients you eat. Trebum can digest food when resting, standing still, which depletes the stomach and fills the energy pouch. The energy pouch is not only necessary for your Trebum to survive, it's essential for replenishing the energy the Trebum use to roll. The less energy you have, the more slowly your stamina and endurance will regenerate. However, rolling consumes a lot of energy. So if you plan on rolling to distant, safe areas, you must be prepared.
As their fear faded, the Trebum started feeling weak and tired.
That's why we eat mushrooms.
With all the excitement and adventure, they'd neglected their most basic needs. The sound of an empty stomach reminded them that survival requires more than escaping from danger. You also have to eat. Luckily, one of the many gifts of the Trebum is the capacity to store food in their bodies.
They really sell the scale of this so well.
Digest it to gain the vital energy that gives them strength. And for such small creatures, they do require rather a lot of food. Fortunately, the savannah was rich in flora and fauna, which would
I love that we're
satisfy
watching a nature documentary now.
Without necessarily triggering a mutation.
Well, I guess the premise is this thing covers the whole planet, like in a loop. And I don't really understand what that would look like, but it feels like it just goes all the way around and comes up the other side again. Maybe it's just perpetually going in a loop around the planet, and that's what it does. Or the world is flat. I mean, it could be. We could live on the rings of Saturn, but solidified. Oh, good. Everyone gets food when you eat. It's not like I have to sit and portion out survival rations to everyone. Seems like you're trying to save the planet tower by tower. Well, the irony is, like, as I go to each tower, I'm destroying the planet behind me, right? So, oh, what's this guy? Oh, it's that thing from Marble Madness that always eats my marble. I finally get to get my revenge on him. Actually, I've gotten my revenge on him before. What do you do? Water processor. Mutations constantly processing ingredients found in its inventory slots, transforming them into water. Note this does not extract any nutrients from them. Be mindful of what you absorb with this Trebum, as its body will automatically process any organic ingredients inside of it.
The Trebum were excited by this discovery. This new mutation would allow them to extract water from ingredients that were otherwise quite dry. But the voice cautioned them to be careful. More water was useful, but this process would not extract any nutrients. They would have to use it carefully.
This game's amazing. I just keep getting overwhelmed by it again. It's like, I'm looking at all of this lore and just like, inspired by it all. It's quite rare to have an alien world that feels like you can actively engage with it somehow. Usually they're so superficial and like just set dressing. This feels like the point of it is the alien world for once. I hope the game goes on with this level of interest throughout. Oh, pumpkin. Look at this little house. I should probably change to not the water one. What's wrong? Oh. Why do you... We need to find that. Why do we need to give that to them? I have actually played the Solace Project. Yeah, I played quite a bit of it. I didn't finish it, but I was playing it as the new chapters were coming out, as in it, like, left early access. I really liked it for a while, and then I got kind of tired of the survival mechanics getting in the way of the storytelling and exploration. But I agree, there was definitely something special to that one. We wiggle trunks at each other? Oh yeah, guys will wiggle trunks sometimes. But for what it lasted, I really enjoyed the world. Yeah, me too. The first time when there was like one of those solar storms, I was so impressed by that effect. It was amazing. And I agree that that definitely did scratch the itch for a while. Then the like cave exploration stuff got a little bit too long, and then I felt like I was spending all of my time looking for resources rather than actually be, you know, embedded in this world. I wanted to really explore it more, and yeah, well, you get the idea. It was a good game. I would still recommend it, just with some caveats, perhaps. No, talking about the Solace Project, or Solus Project. Solus? I think it's Solus. I'm pretty sure whatever's in here is important. Oh, it's a friend? Probably could have looked. Oh, I thought... Okay, I misunderstood. I thought the person that I was looking at, that I was trying to unlock, it was talking about this guy, because I was being very unclever and not really paying super close attention. We need more of these cauliflower flowers. Is that... It's not that, right? It's that one. Yeah, it's that one. Kali is angry. She will no longer give you flowers. Okay, that's more than enough. Roll it back. The music is getting distorted. How do you mean? Like it sounds wrong? Or are you saying that it's getting more intense? I want to play this game so bad. I feel like it's in development for decades. I honestly forgot about it. Yeah, same. Like, well, not forgot about it, but I know it's been in development for ages. I was very excited to be able to play it finally. Hang on. Is there an incubator around? Oh, maybe I could just incubate it in here. Maybe that's what they're demonstrating? It looks vaguely warm. Maybe it's Twitch. It sounds like how a record slows sometimes. Yeah, I don't think it's doing that. I would refresh or reopen your browser, perhaps? I'm kind of amazed how many different ways Twitch breaks. I'm also amazed by this weird music note made of cubes. I don't really understand how the audio gets distorted or why that happens with the encoder. I want to know more about this. Oh, pedestal? Oh, this looks like a... Oh, it's a Trebhum shrine. This looks like a HP computer tower. Those really experimental looking ones.